Hey guys, Thomas Sulu Jr. here, aka Mustached Tom, here with my review of The Good Dinosaur. So in this movie, we have a dinosaur named Arlo, a little dinosaur who grows up to be slightly taller, and he's on this farm after the meteor completely misses them. He has his dad, his older sister, an older brother, and a mom, and they're living in this farm. They're all doing their own chores, and the dad does something uh, big, so he leaves his stamp or his mark on this wall, and whenever one of the other dinosaurs in his little pack group do something important to help the farm, they get to add their mark. And of course, Elo is the one who's missed out, and uh, the job he had previously was sort of feeding these chickens or chicken monster things or whatever they were. But he was pretty scared of just doing that, and then his father was like, oh, "I'll give you another job. Protect the actual wall itself, because that's where they store their food." And then Arlo sees that this human, as he refers to as a critter, at some point starts stealing the food, and then he runs off, and then the Arlo and his dad go after him, and then it starts to rain, and lightning starts to go down, and this whole wave of water that they're trotting along ends up like flooding, and then the father gets caught in it. So Arlo sees that happen, and he sort of blames the little kid for it. So he's trying to chase him down, and then he ends up in the water, ends up way off course, going way down the river. So then the rest of the movie is him just trying to get back, and he runs back into, I believe the kid's name ended up being Spot. So it's up to them to sort of work together to get back, and then they meet some other dinosaurs along the way. There's this huge grayish looking dinosaur. He's like hidden in the environment, and then he comes out and he has all these like small critters that are like protecting him, and then he meets the sort of antagonist of the movie, these uh, vultures that are just waiting for like the thunderstorms to get like food. Um, and then later on, they meet like this Tyrannosaurus Rex group there that are wranglers, and then they end up helping them out. And I think that was the best group, the T Rex group that they ran across. And then probably my favorite scene in the movie. It has very little dialogue, but it's just very. It's a very good heartfelt moment where Arlo's explaining what family is to Spot, and he's like doing a little circle, and he represents all the family members with the stick, and then Spot manages to do the same, and he's able to share his story without talking, and that's something that for me is I see as a very powerful thing. Being able to communicate a message without speaking. Very powerful moment in the movie. Probably my favorite scene in the movie. Uh, but I do kind of wish something different slightly happened. I think it would have added to the ending of the movie a little bit, because at the end, of course, Spot realizes that his family is okay, and then he goes off, and Arlo also goes back to his family. I think the scene could have been more powerful if Spot used his represented stick and moved it to Arlo's side. I think that would have shown a more powerful scene of I'm connected to you. I'm a part of, I see myself as a part of your family now. I think that moment should have played out like that. I think that would have helped the last scene be so much stronger than it was. I mean, it was still pretty strong, but you know, it is what it is. So in the end, I give this movie a pretty solid 7 out of 10. I really enjoyed this movie. It ended up being a little bit better than I expected. There's a lot of physical stuff going on, and Arlo's falling all over the place, and but he's staying the course, so you sort of start rooting for him. Um, Spot's a fascinating character, and you know, uh, he's trying to win over Arlo, and the things he does is pretty ridiculous. Like he gets him all this food, and it's not right for him, and then he finally gets the right food. Stuff like that, So it was a pretty good movie. If you haven't seen it yet, and if you're into seeing, pretty good adventure story, it's a pretty solid movie. So that's for my review. So this has been Thomas Asula Jr., aka Mustache Tom, and I'll see you guys next time.